This segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your partner is good health.
Welcome to Bayou Time. I'm Jacob DeGate, and I'm glad to have joined some members from the Terrebonne High Student Council. Up first, we have Kate Henning, who is the Louisiana Student Council State President for the next year, 2026. Thank you very much for joining us. And then sitting forward, we have Peyton Wininger, who is the current Student Council President at Terrebonne High. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having us.
All righty, and then we also have some members in the audience. We'll start off. I want you to each introduce yourselves and let us know your grade as well. You can start right now. All right.
I'm Mackenzie Butler, and I'll be going to 11th grade.
My name is Riley Buras, and I was a senior.
My name is Hannah Bradford, and I am in 11th grade.
My name is Madeline Malasson, and I'm in 10th grade.
My name is Sophie Buras, and I'm in 10th grade.
All right. Thank y'all very much, and thank y'all for joining us. Now I'll start with Kate and ask you a question. Y'all just coming back from a convention in January. Can you tell us what all took place during there?
So at the convention, it's held every January around Martin Luther King weekend, and it's the Louisiana Association of Student Council's state convention. While we're there, there's over 100 schools, all that are members of this state level organization. And it's basically about learning from keynote speakers and campaigning. It learns a lot about elections and things like that. And we were lucky to run for president against 2 other schools. And that's basically what we did the whole weekend. We campaigned with other schools, we networked, we led student-led exchanges, and we just did a lot that taught other councils about leadership, as well as we learned knowledge from adults who were there before.
So y'all were able, and you were able to win, of course. So you're going to be the in charge of the whole state student council, and that's your gavel right there in front of you. You're going to get to bang that next year. Are you excited about that?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Well, that's wonderful. Peyton, let me ask you a little bit. You're currently the president at Terrebonne High. Can you tell us, what that's been like and why you got involved with student council?
Yeah, it's been really awesome to get to be president and get to lead around my school and meet all the amazing people that you see around me, and also the most amazing advisors, and just get back to my school and my community and make it the best place that it can be. I originally joined student council because all my friends joined, and then the more that I got involved, just the more that I enjoyed it and really fell in love with student council.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, let me throw it to the group there. Whoever wants to answer it can. Can you tell us, what it was like campaigning for the event? She's giving away the mic. Who wants to do it? Somebody. You're stuck with it now.
It was very fun getting to campaign. We got to meet a whole lot of people. We got to hand things out. We got to tell them a lot about our council and what we want to bring to the state.
Okay, wonderful. I saw that you also, I think we have some pictures of you, and then y'all passing out some friendship bracelets. Can you tell us, what was the reason behind all that?
So within the friendship bracelets, we did different character traits that we felt really represented our council. And by handing out these friendship bracelets to students around LASC, they were able to explain a bit more about our council and what we value, and we were able to share what we hope to bring to LASC as a state president in school.
Wonderful, wonderful. Kate, let me ask you, as you're the one that's taken the lead, I guess, to be the president, did you have to do a lot of campaigning yourself?
I did. There was about 3 to 4 months of just prep that went into it. I gave a speech in front of everyone. We had a skit that we all learned, and we came together over 2 months of practice. And I had to accept the nomination, obviously, but we all kind of worked together to campaign, and it was a really great experience.
Wonderful. So what do you think your role is going to be as the state council president? What will you have to do?
So as state president, we have about 4 main responsibilities. The first one is to promote summer workshop, which is coming up in June. And then we have to preside over all the board meetings to plan summer workshop and the next state convention. And we're also in charge of communicating with everyone throughout the state, making sure all the districts are on the same level, making sure we're all communicating with one another. And then our last job is to represent Louisiana Student Council at SASC and NASC.
Okay, so that's a national convention, I'm
Yes.
guessing. All right, where is that going to take place? Do you know?
I don't think that has been released yet where it is, but it's typically in late January of next year.
Wonderful, wonderful. And how long have you been involved with student council?
I first got in student council in 8th grade when I worked with my advisor to bring it back because of COVID. And I got involved and I ran for president, and it just jump-started my student council experience.
Okay, and what grade are you going to next year?
I'll be a senior.
Be a senior? Good. All right, Peyton, let me ask you, how long have you been involved with student council?
This would be my 4th year. I started my freshman year, and this will be my 4th year this year.
Okay, so that makes you a senior this year?
Yes, sir.
Are you excited to graduate?
Definitely. It's definitely hard to say goodbye to all student council and all my friends, but definitely excited to move on to the next thing.
Okay, have you decided you're going to college, you know?
Yes, sir. I'll be going to Nichols.
Oh, Nichols, that's wonderful college. That's where I went. Of course, they have Student Government Association over there, if you ever want to join that. I know my brother did that. He was a senator over there, so my dad as well. So it's certainly a good thing to get involved with. We do need to take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll talk to more, hopefully get some more people involved in the audience over there, so y'all start thinking about y'all answers, all right? Stay tuned for right here on HTV.
This segment was brought to you by Waits and Downer, attorneys at law.
Welcome back to Bayou Time. I'm Jacob DeGate, and it's my pleasure to meet with members of the Terrebonne High Student Council. We're talking a little bit about those who are presidents this year. We have Peyton here, who was the president of the Student Council this year, but now coming up for next year, we have Mackenzie. Mackenzie, you are going to be the next president. Could you tell us, a little bit about what that entails and what you envision for the new year?
Yes, sir. So basically, I've been wanting to be president since freshman year, but I just needed to build myself up.
Well,
so
certainly.
I started off as just being vice president of my class, and then sophomore summer I got to attend LASC summer workshop, and I felt like that gave me the tools to run for president, and it gave me the confidence. And I envision for next school year is to really include everybody and make everybody feel included and heard. So I plan to introduce a peer mentor committee. I forgot the name, but it's it's something fun committee, which would be random acts of fun committee, which is bringing school more, I don't know, what's the word? Joy, happiness,
Sure.
more upbeat energy. Yeah. And then also a hallway playlist, because I know music is a lot of people's way to keep themselves going. And so I feel like if we bring a hallway playlist during passing periods, it'll keep the morale around school up.
Well,
so yeah, that's some of my plans.
Well, that sounds wonderful. It sounds fun and upbeat, like you said, and I think that'll be good. Another fun and upbeat thing that y'all performed at the state convention was a skit. Peyton, can you tell us a little bit about what all went into the skit and what it was like?
Yeah, of course. So our skit, everything was handmade from the props. We all made them together. And also even our skit and our storyline, which was created by our amazing advisors, Miss Hampton and Miss Boudreaux. And we got to perform in front of a lot of schools. It definitely was nerve-wracking, but ultimately it was a big hit. Every time Kate would discover something, we would all ding together, and we got the audience to ding with us. So it just got everyone really engaged, and not only making an impact at our convention, but being the leaders that we are, we're also in a lot of other different clubs and going to other clubs and convention, people seeing us from LESC and remembering us and our skit and just knowing the impact that we made. It definitely was a little nerve-wracking having to go in front of all those schools. However, me and Kate had some practice. Within LESC, there are 9 districts, and each district hosts a workshop. And this past year, before becoming state president, Kate was the district District 4 president. So me and her were able to be in that skit as well, which kind of prepared us.
Well, that certainly looks fun. We saw some pictures there. It certainly looked fun. And like you said, I was in front of a bunch, like over 1,000 people, was it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Were y'all nervous at all? Scared?
A little.
Little?
We had practiced so much, it kind of became like second nature.
Well, that's the way to do it, to just perform. How long did it take y'all to practice that? You know?
I think like 2.5 months
Wow.
went into preparing it, from making the skit to memorizing it to all the like little choreography added, all the props. It took over 2 months.
Wow. Y'all do that before school, after school? When did
It was all through after school practice and over winter break. So
Wonderful. Well, that's certainly a great commitment, and it looks like it paid off. So y'all had state convention, but I know you'll have a little bit about district as well. Sophie, can you tell me, I think you're district secretary, is that going to be right?
Yes.
Can you-
So LASC is made up of 9 districts, and Terrebonne High is a part of District 4. And every district at LASC State Convention has a meeting, and at this meeting, they run for the new elected offices. And Terrebonne High had the opportunity to run for District 4 secretary again, and we were elected into the position.
Oh, wonderful. So that's going to be your role for the next year? Do you see yourself running for president in the future or moving up past
I
district?
do see myself moving up. I'm not sure where this journey will take me, but I would love to be a bigger part of LASC in the future.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Kate. Now, let me ask you, can you tell, for people, maybe even some youngsters out there watching, why you think joining student council is important, how that helps you with your school career?
I feel like student council just encourages you to get out of your shell by meeting other people who are similar to you. This year we have over 100 council members, so you're almost guaranteed to meet someone who's like you, and you're all on the same page of wanting the school to be better. You make memories, you make friends, you encourage other people in your school to get involved so you can look back on high school and be like, wow, I had fun. So I encourage everyone I see to join student council because I truly feel like it's an experience that adds to your high school experience that's not like your academics or your sports that have more pressure added on
Certainly. So you think your high school career, has it flown by or has it taken too long for you?
I would say both, because to think back to my freshman year, I feel like that was like ages ago. But it's also crazy to think back to like my first LASC, and that feels like I went to it like yesterday.
Wonderful. Well, I thank y'all all for joining us. Y'all look like y'all have bright futures ahead. Y'all certainly doing great jobs, with school and all that y'all do. And it looks like, y'all are making an impact in the state already. So good job.
We're very excited to be the 75th president. We're excited to see how this year takes us.
You got it in. Good job. All right. Stay tuned for more right here on HTV.
This segment was brought to you by Cypress Stop, home of the happy customer.